Okay, I'm going to share my best favorite strategy for getting people that own land or own property to call me back, to reach out to me, to get them on the phone, to get them to email me, to get them to send me a text, to get the conversation going where I can purchase their real estate. How do you get these people to call you back? Okay, here it is. Envelopes and cash. Okay, so when I do my mailers, I'm not just sending out a flashy postcard that has my picture on it, talks all about me, talks about what I do, talks about me. I don't send those postcards out. They don't want to hear about me. They want to know how they can get out of the bind or the situation or whatever they're in with that real estate. They need a solution to get out of it. And so I send them a letter that says I'm interested in buying the real estate that they own in whatever county it's in. And I keep it kind of vague, narrowed down to that county, because if they own multiple pieces of property in that county, I want to buy all of them. I want to look at them. I want to know about them, because the one I'm thinking about may not be the one they're thinking about. So I keep it kind of vague there. I narrow it down to the county, and I'm getting these lists, and I'm targeting these customers. I'm not just sending out cash to everybody with a mailbox, right? So I'm going down, I'm looking at foreclosures, pre-foreclosures, and tax people that are behind on taxes and they're about to have their property auctioned off. I'm not talking about they missed one tax payment. I'm talking that's already been done. There's already been a judgment put on that property and it's going to an auction pretty soon, normally within the next month. Okay, so I've got them narrowed down. I also send out letters targeted to people that are on like a demolition list. I find those in newspapers, county courthouses, postings with the appraisal districts, the tax collectors at the courthouse. So those are people that I'm getting these lists from. I'm not paying for a list off the internet of, supposedly motivated sellers. I'm finding people that I know are going to be motivated because their property is about to go to auction. They've either given up on it, they don't know what to do, but they know they're about to lose the property. I'm seeing it as well. So I'm sending the cash says to them, look, I send about $10, $15 in the envelope, right? Enough where they can go buy them a Whataburger meal or something. It's enough money. It's not just $1. It's like, well, $1 can't do anything, but $10, $15 in the envelope, maybe 20 if I really want them to call me. But I want to get their attention, right? And so that says I'm serious because they've been getting letters for a year, 2 years. I don't know how long they've had trouble with that property and all that and they're sending these people letters. I get them in my mailbox just by being a property owner. People are sending me letters and they're dropping 40, 50 cents on a stamp, whatever it is, to send it to me. I'm not motivated to sell it at that price so these people have a real reason to sell the property or at least talk about it. And when they call me, text me, or email me, that communication's going, and that cash told them I'm serious. I'm not like all those other people that just been sending letters or just been sending a postcard or just been blowing them up with text, blowing them up with phone calls and talking about, well, I do this, I can do this, and once I get them on the phone, once I get them email communication, a lot of times they'll reach out to me with an email. But I'm about to send out 6 letters to 6 people that I think are motivated sellers from those lists that I talked about. And I'm going to put $15 in each of these. So $90 is going out in the mail to 6 different people. The last time I did this, I always get a response. So I normally send them out in batches of 10, 15, 5, depending on how many are on that list. I send them to everybody on that list. And so I get a response every time. Now, that's maybe just my luck. They normally send me an email or a text. Sometimes they call. Most of the time I get an email. So I provide my phone number and tell them that I can receive calls or text. And then I provide my email address and tell them to feel free to contact me any way that they're comfortable. And the normal way that I get contacted is through an email or a text. I do get phone calls too. But somebody always reaches out to me, it seems like. I don't think I've ever been skunked on a mailing. I've gotten like one, but if I send out 5 or 10 or 15, somebody out of that group's going to call me back. I've had them where I think one I did was like 7 or 8 mailings. And I think I had, just one of them didn't reach back out to me. And sometimes these people they're deceased. They're not reaching out to me. I understand. Sometimes I get the letters back. Okay, I had a bad address. The county tax collectors obviously had a bad address as well. Can't reach these people, can't get a hold of them. Then I'm at the auction trying to buy them also if they end up going to auction. But if I can get a hold of them before it goes to auction, that's where that $10 or $15 that I sent them in the envelope really helped me out quite a bit, because there's nobody else bidding on it when I'm dealing with them in private discussions. And so that's the power of sending the envelope to these people with the cash in it, in a genuine letter saying, look, reach out to me if I can help you in any way. I buy real estate. I'm a local investor, and I buy real estate in your county. And then they call me, and I've had to send notaries hundreds of miles to get paperwork signed by multiple heirs. I've paid for attorneys to get the paperwork in order that these people haven't been able to get in order for years. I've dealt with estates. I've dealt with all kinds of issues that these people, when you get them on the phone, which this kind of gets their attention, when you send them a letter and it doesn't have just a stupid letter that they send to everybody. This is the stupid letter that I send to everybody, but it also has cash in it that says, I'm serious, give me a call. And if nothing else, you made $15 for sending me an email. Really, you don't even have to send me an email. You just take the $15, throw the letter in the trash, and we're good. I can respect that. But it does show them that, hey, maybe this guy's a little bit more serious. And I've got that from people. They tell me, I get letters all the time from the law firm trying to sue me for the taxes I owe on this property, then from people trying to buy it. But, it doesn't work out. I've never gotten any with $15 in it or $10 in it. So that was pretty cool. So I reached out to you. And then we go from there and we figure out if I can help them. I do. And so that's my strategy. Travis, how do you find these motivated sellers, or these people that are selling this property? How do you get them? Well, I find those lists of people that are about to lose the property one way or the other. They're going to lose it on auction and it's going to be gone. Or they can get a little bit of money out of it from me, working with me, and they can get it all cleared up. So that's why these people are reaching out to me. That's the motivated sellers I'm dealing with. I'm not sending out 1,000 letters a month. I'm not sending out 1,000 text messages a day to random people that probably maybe might own property that they might maybe want to sell. I'm dealing with people that are down to the last 30 days before this property goes to auction, and those are the people that I'm dealing with. There's been a sale filed. There's been courthouse paperwork filed. They know this stuff's about to go, and they don't know what to do, or they don't have the money to pay the attorneys or to pay the taxes. And then they reach out, and so that's how I get asked all the time. Why do these people sell you this property for that price? How can you make money on it? Why don't they just go through a real estate agent? Why don't they do this? Why don't they do it on their own? Why, how do they call you? Why do they call you? All that stuff, right? Like, these people think that these people don't exist, but a lot of times it comes down to estates, inheritances that weren't dealt properly, that were, got confusing with parents and step-parents and stepchildren and things like that. And they get hairy pretty quick, and so I just go in there and try to provide a solution. I can't help it. Some people call me with properties that I would love to buy, and it's so hairy that I can't do anything with it. Thank you. Keep the $15. Thank you for calling me. I racked my brain over it, just like you've been racking your brain over it, and we can't get it done. And the best thing, or sometimes the cleanest way for me to buy it, is to let it go through that auction and buy it at that auction, because that will extinguish a lot of those issues in a lot of the cases that I've dealt with. So you're at least getting these people on the phone, and it's good practice to talk to them, to look at the situation, and to go from there. So that's how I do it. That's how I'm finding motivated sellers for vacant land deals that I'm dealing with. It's $1 bills from the bank, it's envelopes, and it's a list from some sort of taxing authority, a city, municipality, building department that's going to knock these houses down, which I don't want the house, I just want the land anyway, or foreclosure sales, things like that. Those are my biggest source of lists to reach out to people that aren't referrals from other clients, customers, people that are in my orbit, and things like that. So I hope that helps you out. If you would, subscribe to the channel, Check out more of the videos. Leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the strategy, or if you've done anything similar in your business or in looking for real estate. I appreciate it. Thanks again. See you on the next one.